Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers and students. As you know that we are discussing about the great educational thinkers. In this chapter, we have discussed about the contribution of M.K. Gandhi. Now today we are going to discuss about the contribution of Dr. Zakir Hussain. In this topic, we will discuss first life sketch of Dr. Zakir Hussain. Dr. Zakir Hussain was born in 8 February 1897 at Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh. His father, Fida Hussain, was a successful lawyer, and at the age of 8 years, in 1905, his father died. In 1909, his mother also died. Her name was Nazni Begum. Dr. Zakir Hussain had his schooling at the Islamic High School at UP. In 1913, he received his college education at Mohammedan Anglo-Indian College in Aligarh, 1922. He completed his PhD in economics at the University of Berlin, Germany. With the passage of time, in 1926 he was appointed as Vice Chancellor of Jamia Millia University, and he served it for about 22 years. Then, one day, M.K. Gandhi invited him to attend his conference at Wardha in 1937, and he was nominated as the chairman of Basic Scheme of Education, which was given by M.K. Gandhi. Basic education, we can call it Bunyadi Shiksha or Nai Talim. M.K. Gandhi made Dr. Zakir Hussain the chairman of this basic education scheme in 1948. Dr. Zakir Hussain was then appointed as Vice Chancellor at Aligarh Muslim University for about 8 years. He remained there for about 8 years and served as Vice Chancellor of Aligarh Muslim University. He also remained chairman, member of various educational bodies. Number 1, Central Advisory Board of Education. Number 2, University Grants Commission, which we call UGC. And number 3, Basic Scheme of Education. He served in the Basic Education Scheme as chairman. And the 4th one, UNESCO. In 1957, he was appointed as the member of Rajya Sabha. In the same year, he becomes the governor of Bihar. And in 1962, he was appointed as the Vice President of India, and in 1967, President of India. In 1962, he served India as Vice President, and in 1967, he becomes President of India. On 2nd May 1969, the life story of this great personality or educationist came to an end, and he left this world forever. And he is still remembered for his reformation in education sector and his contribution towards education and various social and economic fields. He has wrote so many books. Number one is Lectures on the Scope and Methods of Economics. Number two, Shiksha. And number three is Education Discourses. He wrote this in Urdu. Now the concept of education according to Dr. Zakir Hussain. What kind of education he has suggested, what concept he has given. According to Dr. Zakir Hussain, education is the work of whole life. It being from the time of birth, it begins from the time of birth and continues till the last moment of life. According to him, education of a person starts from the birth and continues till death. So here we can say that education is a lifelong process. It starts from the cradle and ends when we went to grave. This means that according to Dr. Zakir Hussain, education is a continuous process. Every stage has its importance and significance, according to Dr. Zakir Hussain. He said that education is a lifelong activity, and education is not merely giving information, it is leading to maximum possible development of the mind. This was the concept of education according to Dr. Zakir Hussain. Thanks for remaining with me. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.